Today we celebrate the Feast of the Archangels. There's so much that's misunderstood about the angels. There's not a lot written about them in the Bible, but there is some information. And the stuff that's there is just amazing, especially if you're a child. They're just fascinating. But they should be fascinating to adults as well. Some people think that when we die, we go to heaven and become angels. We don't. You don't go to heaven and sprout wings. Angels are a different kind of creature than people. They were created by God to do different tasks. There are cherubim and seraphim and guardian angels and archangels. Archangels are at the top of the order. There are three of them that we know about in the Bible. There's one who's Michael, the archangel, which you just heard about. Michael's the defender. It's why we say the prayer to St. Michael the archangel to watch over us. Michael's the one who at the end of time will do battle with Satan, and he'll throw him down to the ground and chain up all the rest of the demons and the other angels that are bad, and eventually throw them into hell. And then there's Raphael, the archangel, who's the archangel of healing. He has a really cool story. It's from the book of Tobit in the Bible. Tobit has a son, Tobiah, and he wants him to go to another land, another town, to retrieve some money that he left with one of his relatives, because Tobiah, the dad, is dying. He's older and he's blind. And he says, I don't want you to go alone. Go find someone to go with you. And he finds this guy, Raphael, but he didn't realize he was an angel, and he protected him the whole way along. And one day on the way to the trip, he's sitting by the river, and all of a sudden this fish comes up and tries to bite Tobit. And he jumps back, and Raphael says, keep that fish. Eat part of it, but keep the gall, part of the insides, the intestines. You'll use that later for medicine. And he eventually uses that medicine and wipes it on the eyes of his father. And something like scales fell off, probably cataracts, off of his eyes. And he could see again. And then Raphael revealed himself that he was not just an angel, but an archangel. And one of my favorites is Gabriel. Gabriel's the angel messenger. He's the one that came to the Blessed Mother and said, blessed are you among women. He's the one that revealed to her that she would have the baby Jesus if she only said yes. He's also the one that went to Zechariah when he was being told that Elizabeth, his wife, was going to have a baby. And he was a little bit skeptical because she was like 80 or 90 years old. And he said, yeah, right, she's going to have a baby. She's like 120 years old. The angel puffed up and he said, I am Gabriel, who stand in the presence of God. You dare to question me? And he said he struck him mute. He couldn't talk for 9 months until the baby came. And when they asked him what the baby's name was, he said it would be John. And then his mouth was open. There's so many great stories in the Bible if you take the time to read into them and listen to them. But one of the greatest messages of the archangels is that every angel has a job, just as each and every one of you has a job here on earth. The word angel comes from the word angelos in Greek, which means a messenger. So in a sense, even though Gabriel is the main messenger who sends messages from God, we can all be messengers for God, showing people around us God's patience, God's love, God's charity. Be an understanding to your little brothers and sisters or big brothers and sisters when they're not as nice to you as they could be, to be understanding and act like an angel. We could also trust that we take those prayers that we give and we give them to the angels and say, please, take this message and deliver it to God and tell him how important it is that we pray for this person or that person, my grandma who's not feeling well or our deacon who's sick. We take those prayers and give them to the angels and the archangels, and they take them right into the presence of God himself. And so we pray for all of those people that need our prayers, and all of those people that need to believe in angels, to know that no matter how bad our day is going, no matter what's going on, no matter how scared we are, there are angels around us always, there to be messengers of God, to bear the message that He loves us and will never, ever leave us alone.